getting going here. Oh my God. Hello. Probably should not have turned. I didn't realize that I didn't have the light here. Oh, frozen. It's the best. Oh, Jesus. This is not on, right? Oh, man. All right, let me fix this shit. Starting again. All right, let's make this happen. Oh, this giant truck is in the way here. Thank you, Penske. You definitely can't see me. US DOT 327-574 GVW 33000 is definitely blocking the crosswalk, so you can see that is dedication at every turn. We're at 46th and 6th. Biking on home. Up this amazing traffic here. This tasty little treat of traffic. Which hopefully we'll get through together. We're gonna get through it. I don't know, I hope we get through it. It'd be pretty shitty if it wasn't. Ding ding, ding ding. So this would be great if, you know, just one of these lanes was not a car lane and it was like a bike lane, so that we didn't have to scurry through the bike gutters here between these shitty parked cars. Like second class. Yeah, no, you're not getting through there, HPC EMZ 6674. Cool, you made it like an extra 10 feet to get to a red light. Nice hustle. Guys singing Tom Petty over here. Free falling. That is what it basically feels like all the time when you're riding. Oh, you got a police 00306A. Oh, it's like a diplomat. It's like a diplomatic license. Trying to get through. Can't get through because the MTA bus here is blocking the whole way. And of course now you got these cops coming up. Let's see. Let's see who's gonna get through this light faster. Hey, look at me. I got through. Way to go, gang. Because you know what they say about traffic, it disappears as soon as the light turns green. So this is, I guess, the UN. Really fun stuff here. I'm not sure if this is technically gridlock or just traffic, you know? I mean, none of these cars are moving. What do you think is gonna happen here? Tune in to find out what happens next on biketalk.nyc. I don't know if this is a good idea. Maybe just go on the sidewalk? I don't know what this nincompoop is doing. This is super fun. Hey, so these widths are this is pretty narrow. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty crappy biking here, like weaving in and around these stupid trucks and cars and stuff. Oh, that guy's got a single wheel thing. That's neat. Wow, that is pretty cool. He can just maneuver around everybody. That squeak means you know I've arrived. I've announced my arrival with this city bike. Oh yeah, these guys are definitely going to figure out how to move traffic. Oh yeah, and then come around in between a truck. Can I go? Thank you. Don't kill me. Thank you. All right, and then this bus driver here. Is he looking? No, this guy. Hello. Oh, you raced and you got there. Yes, you did. Just in time to block the crosswalk. I know I'm gonna get doored in one of these places. Huh. What do we do here? It's a red light. Let's see what people do. That's pretty narrow. I don't really want to deal with that. I'm just gonna walk it up here. That's the benefit of riding a bike. You just say, oh, green tortilla kitchen. You're totally blocking everything. I'm just gonna walk on by and say, eat my dust. Eat my dust. Green tortilla kitchen. Green gorilla kitchen, sorry. Where are we now? Have we made any progress? This woman's blocking the crosswalk, but clearly doesn't care. And now we all go because, you know, gridlock. This is pretty crazy. So, what do you think? What's your strategy? Sidewalk? Walk it? Through the bus here? It's like chess. Oh man, yeah, I don't know about this. I'm just gonna walk it over here. So here we're combining modes of transit. It's a nice narrow little strip of sidewalk. So I think just walking it is probably safer than dealing with this crap. I don't know why they have these really nice flower bed things just in the middle of the sidewalk. They call it probably protection, but it's not. It's just taking up valuable space for cyclists, or sorry, for pedestrians. What am I saying? Yeah, so there's no way to like bike through any of this garbage, but the beauty of just being on a bike is that you can do this. Now, how dope is that, right? You're just like, yeah, I don't really like this, so I'm gonna just walk right on through. This woman is actually riding a bike the other way. That's cool. It doesn't matter. It's all standstill traffic. It might as well be a parking lot. Everybody might as well just go home and like come back tomorrow morning, you know. So I think this is all because the UN is going on, right? So tons of stuff. Oh no, because it's President Trump is in town. I forgot. That's why. This is because of Trump, right? No?
United Nations General Assembly.
But he spoke today.
Okay.
But what, the UN's going on when? Last week, this week, next week?
This whole week.
This whole week?
Yes.
Man, whole city's messed up, huh? Just from this. Have a good one. These guys look pretty serious and having a good time. They're like, who is this nincompoop? I want to play my words with friends. I do look insane. I'm walking around with my camera and my helmet and talking to myself. Meanwhile, I'm at 57th here. This is not a big deal to just get up on over here. Pretty amazing though, to be able to switch modes of transportation like that, you know? Just pretty cool. That guy was wrong. Trump definitely spoke today, so he was in the city today. And that's, oh wow, this is nice. They cordoned off this little area for a car to park. And that's it. So yeah, 6th Avenue is a absolute disaster. All the east side is probably a total disaster. Everything's a disaster. It's not like they don't know this, that this happens every single year at the exact same time, whenever the UN is doing its General Assembly meetings. And oh, the whole week everything is messed up. That's when you just pedestrianize everything. You say, all right, we're not going to allow cars in all these major streets. And you might say, oh, well, they're already doing that and this is the overflow. Well, then push it all back further. I mean, there are ways to manage this. Basically, it's a great opportunity to really test congestion pricing. Oh, wow. Golden touch. This guy's got the golden touch of driving a bike into the middle of the intersection. Right. Cool. Cool. We are good. Please don't kill me here. Thank y'all. Yeah, this is not dysfunctional at all. What a cluster. You good? No problem. That was nice. He was putting up his hand. He was being nice. And it was my bad. I should have yielded a little sooner. I didn't realize what was going on. I was too distracted talking, trying to get a rise out of this guy right in front of me here on a city bike. I thought we'd have a little joke, him and me, and crack a little joke about the golden touch. I thought that was funny. It was a tough crowd. I hesitate to even say that I even have a crowd because I'm just talking to myself, and that guy has headphones on and doesn't realize I'm talking to him. So it's either an audience of one that isn't laughing, or I don't know, worse or better, it's an audience of 0 that's also not laughing because I don't have an audience. I'm just cracking jokes here. It's basically like my own little podcast, like I'm sitting in my kitchen or something, writing jokes, talking to myself. But anyway, now we are in Central Park, where we can breathe, and this is what people want. So when I just came from, the reason I was up 6th Avenue and kind of late, or it's a little later in the day. Oh wow, I'm going through horse manure. Now I'm slaloming through horse manure. So the reason I was started over at 45th and 6th because I was at a meeting. The bike, oh man, I'm gonna mess it up. The 5BBB, the 5-borough bike, something. I forget, I'm so sorry. Well, anyway, one of the guys who runs it, or helps run it, is a lawyer, lives in Long Island, has has a law firm and does a lot of biking law. And he has an Urban Arrow, one of the few. So he has an Urban Arrow, and he was telling me, him and my wife were chatting online, because there really just aren't that many people with this bike. So it's pretty amazing. You gotta kind of go all the way to Long Island to find another person with the bike. But we were chatting it up. He was super nice. Kind of telling me how he rides all around his town in Long Island, which is just like 1 square mile. Pretty small. And when you kind of really break it down, like that is kind of the typical, like most of these kind of suburb areas, like Larchmont, which is where I'm from, is 1 square mile. Like it's tiny. You can really walk, like you can walk to the center of town in just like 10 minutes, you know? But we always drove everywhere, and that's what's nuts. So he thinks about it as car-free miles. He drops off his kids at school. Oh man. It's like Breakfast Club. That's some 80s music right there. So, yes, this is a biking group does like various longer bike rides. I had to preface everything by saying I don't own a bike, like a regular little bike. I own an Urban Arrow. It is an electric bike. So I can't ride it on a train, but I can totally ride it. You know, we can ride it wherever. So they're doing a ride. When are they doing a ride? In October, out to Long Beach. I think that's what they said. I think that's what he said. I have to check. That'll be pretty fun if we can do it. It's a $10 lobsters at this place. So it's pretty far, but they meet at Grand Army Plaza and they bike almost entirely on a path, like a protected area or along the water. So that's pretty neat. Oh. Wow, everybody's out tonight, huh? Look at this. Looks like a lot of running clubs doing their training miles, getting their long runs in together, preparing for the New York City Marathon in November. Beautiful night to do it. We get some long 12 mile, I don't know, 15 mile, 8 miles, whatever they're doing. The guy who docked this bike, I thanked him for his service, for giving me a bike. No, and he goes, well, it'll get you where you want to go, but it's pretty squeaky. And he's right. It was immediately kind of crappy. Like, the gear shift is the sort of mid-range one, the second model that they do, which is like this plastic annoying one. I like the original one. It's like metal, and obviously the new one, which is the infinity gear, which is the no shift, right? You just sort of spin it, and that's great. Then on top of that, yeah, this was super squeaky brakes. Then on top of that, as soon as I started riding, the seat almost twisted off. I was like, oh boy, gotta fix this. Does not feel good. Okay, there we go. What else? Wow, a lot of people out tonight. What time is it? It's like 7:15, I'd say. Nice cool night, 70 degrees probably. I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt. I'm still holding on to shorts and t-shirt weather. Still, it's like the end of September. I mean, in a week, it's gonna be October next week. I'm still in shorts and a t-shirt. So and everybody, I mean, you can see all these people are running in shorts and t-shirts. I mean, not that you would be running in this weather in pants and a long sleeve and a scarf, but you know what I mean. This guy's got longer pants on. So, yeah, so we're riding up Central Park on the west side here. Over on the right, you got the Guggenheim. What else you got? I think this is 90th. Yeah, East 90th is right here on the right. So you can exit out and go down to the annoying, cruddy, non-existent bike infrastructure that is the east side. I mean, there's some nibbles of infrastructure there, but you quickly realize that like 3rd Avenue is a goddamn highway. I mean, every avenue is a highway, because they have the cascading green lights, which I used to love, not gonna lie. I used to adore those. I was like, oh yeah. Again, I had a windshield perspective, so I was only ever in a car. Never really thought about it from the perspective of a cyclist. And that's why perspective is important. There was a tweet going around, or something, a suggestion that all politicians go one car-free day per week during their tenure. The point being that by riding a bus or the subway or whatever, trains or walking or biking, whatever they choose that is not a car, will yield a lot of improvements right away to that mode. Because what you will realize is that all other non-car modes are pretty crappy in most places, most of the time, for most people. And that's because most of the people running the show are the car-owning minority. So they all have windshield perspectives, and their decisions reflect that. So I support this idea. I think they should go like a month. Why stop at 1 day a week, How about every other month? Turn it into your whole, really like plan your whole month around it. Right away you realize, oh, you have some meeting somewhere? Oh, you have to go across town. I see. Yeah, well, not all of us have a motorcade. And even if we did, that's not really efficient. It's not fast. So, I guess like the mayor thinks, that would be a pretty fun project, would be to just bike wherever the mayor is going. Just literally follow the mayor. Oh, we got some wind here. Just follow the mayor and see just how you do. And you can even do it just on city bikes, right? And in one kind of project, you could convey how interesting, you know, how like where the city bike network is working, where it's not working, where maybe you needed to walk a few blocks in order to get a bike, whatever it is. Pick up the mayor's schedule, but really just take a regular bike, your own, so you're never restricted. Chances are he's not going like super far or places that are impossible to get to by bike. Dangerous, yes, but not impossible by bike. Certainly, if his honor is that what they call the mayor? BDB. If BDB is riding his bike wherever he needs to go for a month, so all of his important meetings with very important people in very important places around this very important city, he would quickly understand that he should probably make some improvements to all of the very shitty infrastructure and the very shitty bus service. I shouldn't use cursing, shouldn't curse, but whoa, this guy on a boosted board or something like that. So yeah, I mean, that's a great way to raise awareness and do it in a much more like compelling way. Like, let these brilliant minds take a bus and figure out what the fastest routes are to get them where they need to go. And once they realize that there is no other way, by bus or whatever, or you gotta ride the subway and them's the brakes, then that's what they'll do, right? But I think the other position is also, if you bike, you realize very quickly you can get an electric bike, you can get a city bike. There's so many options for you that are not a car. And once you're riding, you realize this is pretty terrible. A lot of this is pretty terrible infrastructure. And hey, oh yeah, that's right, I'm the mayor. I'm in a position of power here and can help. You know? So this is a good example, a good question, right? If I'm going to go kind of fast, let's say 15, 20 miles an hour, do I really want to ride in the door zone over here in this painted bike lane where anybody could open a door and just wipe you out? Or do I not want to do that? No. I am going to make a left turn here. I'm going to go through this walk signal and I'm going to ride on through. That is how you make a left turn. You might say, oh, that's illegal. Take up the lane. This guy's gonna speed up next to me to get to a red light. Oh no, it's a woman. Sorry. Audi HFA 3744 is getting right along to get to a red light. Very important people are making turns at this light. Very important people. Hey, look at that. We both got to where we are. We're both on the same airplane. Isn't that the joke? Like first class and coach are all on the same, getting to the same place at the same time. We're all landing together. Oh wow, look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4 cars all in the bike lane. They're all just hanging out here. What are you guys doing? This guy is on the phone. Oh yeah, this guy's on the phone. DHU1273 in a Milano? Nissan? Durango. Durano? Something. Just gracefully riding. He definitely is looking down at his phone right now. We got 779987 Uber in the bike lane. Got a guy here on the left in the bike lane. Got somebody on the right in the bike lane. 798717. Ooh, it's a nice night for a city bike docking. And that's me. Thanks for watching. This is biketalk.nyc with your host, Jeff. Tune in tomorrow. Like and subscribe.